So, it's a weird time right now, mentally, because I finally posted a bloody video after a year. And if I'm honest, it's all that's been on my mind pretty much every day. Well, not all, it's not everything just on my mind, Jesus. But the majority of it's on my mind every day, should I say. At least once. And it's a main part of what issue, what problem, what task I have to do, what next task I have to do in life. It was the post, and having that on your mind pretty much every day, or thinking about it, around it, the solutions and what should I do and stuff like that. To have that on my mind every day, and for now it to have happened, I've posted. This is now when it starts. It's out in the world now, and this is the rhythm. This is the system we're going to be getting into. This is now my life. It's a weird feeling. When you're holding on to something for a year, figuring something out for so long, working on it, and then you eventually do it. I can't explain how strange it actually feels, and all the different thoughts and stuff that are going through my head. Oh, the little cat just nearly got hit. Thank God he survived that. It's what a time to be alive, I guess. And I'm just wondering, well, what's the next thing going to be on my mind? Because that's what happens to me with everything, and I understand that happens with me, and I'm kind of okay with it. After one problem is solved, then another one comes up. For me, it's just how I'm wired, I guess. It's just what happens in my head. And when you learn to understand that, you learn to understand it's not necessarily a big deal, a problem. That's why I guess I weren't too fussed about rushing this problem that I had on my mind. Because realistically, it's not an actual problem. There could be worse things going on in my life, more tragic things happening, and it's pretty. That's why I do that, because it's not a problem. It's just the next thing that you're doing, the next thing that's on your mind. And I do just wonder, what's the next thing? What am I going to be thinking about on a day-to-day? Or is this the time? Is this the one that doesn't, that nothing comes up after this one? We'll see. But there'll be always something on someone's mind, and everyone's mind. You've always got something going on in your head. But yeah, Jesus. What was I going to say then? Before the sun blinded me. Yeah, I guess I'm probably just now thinking around everything to do with these videos still. I don't know how to publish. How to publish the videos that I've got. I've got a year's worth of footage, and it's how do I post that? How do I not make it confusing and weird that there are these old videos and new videos, and what's going on with that? I might just post starting from when I first filmed. Obviously there are some in there that are god awful, so I won't be posting them. I'm talking about yawning 20 times in a video and saying all the time, and big long pauses, and the mic's messing up, and the quality of the footage being dreadful, me just talking too much tosh that it don't even make sense, even though that's bothered me now most of the time. But I've also got sort of the last month of videos, which I've got pretty perfect of how I want things to be. You know, I've got everything in place. All I need to do is hit public. They're all just private videos. And I'm wondering and debating on how I post those videos, because they're all in an order. And I'm tempted just to keep them in that order. But then I filmed videos like, you know, saying it's my birthday, which my birthday was, what even is it, 2 days ago? Yeah, my birthday was 2 days ago. So when that comes out, it doesn't make sense. And, you know, me talking about this right now, when technically I am posting today. So, it's a weird one, trying to organise all that. And then at the end of the day, I'm just looking at it and thinking, does it even matter? You know, how many things in our life happen where it doesn't actually matter what you do? You know, on the small things. At the end of the day, does it matter? Does anyone care? Especially if you look at the perspective of things, of the timeline. You know, when in 5 years I've got probably about 1,000 videos, does it really matter? Does anyone actually scroll to your first few videos? I mean, I never do it for people necessarily. Might give it a good look. I don't actually care. You know, I wonder how many of the things we sweat in life other people actually see. You know, I always remember, you know, when you're growing up and you start getting spots and stuff like that, and you have a big spot somewhere, and that's all you can see when you look in the mirror. You look in the mirror and that's the first thing you see, and you go, Jesus, that's massive. God, that stands out. Oh, how embarrassing is that? But right now I couldn't tell you a single person who had a massive spot. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what it actually means in life. It's just you're in your own head. Your own head is saying this is a massive thing. You know, even in person, you never noticed it. You might have noticed it straight away, commented on it, and then the rest of the day you don't even care. That's interesting, because when you're in your head too much, you are sort of disconnected with reality a bit. You know, like this, on a real note, no one's going to be watching. No one cares. Doesn't really matter. So you just go do what you want. And I think that's how I came to the conclusion of filming these videos the way I do. No one cares. Most people aren't even going to watch. Especially the people you know, most people aren't going to watch long term. No one cares. If it's not, you know, most of the people I know, it's probably not going to interest them. So it doesn't really matter. And that's with a lot of things in life, I think. Most people don't truly care what's happening. And that's completely fine. But yeah, just a quick update after completing something I've been trying to complete for a full year, which is nuts in itself that we're actually finally here. But yeah, at work now, so peace.